Oh, well. Good evening, John. Good evening, Adam.
Good evening.
He's missed the mark. He's missed the mark.
I have a technical issue.
Okay.
No, already.
We have a technical issue. John's on big screen. What is your technical issue?
2 seconds.
Has he run out of wine or beer?
Well,
I don't have wine or beer.
he might. Oh no, he doesn't. He's on the water tonight. Like I'm supposed to be, like a good boy. I mean, this is just water in a can. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm going with, and that's what I am sticking with. Good evening, and John, have you sorted your technical hitch?
We'll find out. We will find out shortly.
We'll find out today. So, Adam.
Hello.
It's been a
Feels
while.
I may have solved the technical hitch.
That was quick. That was very, very quick.
I'm not an IT guy for nothing.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. Press the button, John. Press the button.
That's true.
There we go. Adam,
Yes,
it's been a while since we've seen you, so how are we doing today?
I'm good, and I'd like to say Wagwan Boris.
Wagwan Boris. We're gonna. I think we should start that as
I don't even know what that means, and I really don't have no interest.
It's such a funny video. It really
Oh,
is.
I know about Boris and the raid and all that, or whatever it's called these days. I don't know. Is it some kind of like non-violent intervention? But I don't know what Wagwan means.
Nobody knows what Wagwan means, John.
That's the point.
Wanks.
So,
Have no time for these imbeciles.
well, Shalini says we saw Adam last night. Yeah, well, you saw Adam last night because you're a patron, and patrons get to see Adam in the after show and get to see us in the after show as well. Come and join us and have a chat and stuff like that. And if you'd like to become a patron, you can do so at patreon.com/chasing dissent, or indeed subscribestar.com/chasing dissent. However, the after party is not tonight. I am afraid the after party is only on a Wednesday and on a Sunday. So if you become a patron, lowest tier to highest tier, doesn't matter what, you can come into the show afterwards, chat with us, we have a laugh. Adam, do you find the after parties fun?
Yes. We always talk about things that are a little bit risque.
A little bit spicy, if you will, stuff that we can't broadcast live. And Dark Spy says the after party last night was wild. And Obin1 asks, has anyone got a kettle for sale, please?
I can save you £10.
Wagwan, Boris. Wagwan. What the fuck? I mean, it's so ridiculous, isn't it? Boris Johnson going up there and going, you know, if you want to save yourself £10,
You know what?
yeah.
This is after dark. It's after the watershed, right?
Mm.
I'm just going to put it out there. The guy's a fucking wanker.
He's always been that way, though. That's what's got him to where he is.
He has no fucking conception of how the common people live.
No, he doesn't.
This is the problem with our complete hierarchy. Our complete system of government is geared towards another level of royalty. That's all this bunch are. You know,
Yeah.
They're the fucking foot soldiers for the royals, who still think they are above us all, and still don't understand that we pay their wages. So the whole system needs to go in a non-violent way, as they would say on Crowder with Louder.
Yeah, Louder with Crowder. Or as you were watching today, Louder with Crowder with Dave.
Well, I was watching Louder with Dave.
Yes,
He even had a handmade sign, and he put it over the Crowder bit and said, with Dave.
Yep.
and you know what? I think it might have benefited from it.
That was comedian Dave Landau, and he is very funny. He is very, very funny.
He has a dry wit, I would say.
I agree.
Probably a bit like my own.
I don't know if you've got a dry wit, John. I think what the audience call it is just grumpy, right?
No, it's a dry wit. The audience are freaking retards.
Oh, for God's sake, he's insulting the audience. We're 6 minutes into the show. We're 6 minutes into the bloody show, and he's already up.
Well, I mean, I've done it before. This isn't new, right? It isn't new. The audience in general terms get this for nothing, right? So we put our fucking heart and soul into this.
Yep.
Our passion our
Yep.
sleepless nights,
Yep.
you know, our ulcers. We put everything into this, and we get fuck all in return.
It's
in
true.
fact, sometimes we don't even get a like or a subscribe. So you know what? I'll call them what I want, because generally they're a bunch of freeloading fucking shysters.
Jesus Christ.
That's what they are. Prove me wrong.
You heard it here.
And he's, I think in this, please, comedic rant, he is aiming it at people who aren't patrons. Shalini says she's cancelling.
Well, I mean, she can cancel if she wants, but that's really going to fucking harm me, isn't it?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Well, the
We
thing
love
is,
Shalini.
You're
obviously,
harming me right now, John!
obviously, I'm aiming at the people that don't subscribe. For God's sake, if you're a subscriber, just close your ears for 2 seconds. Anyway, yes, I love you all. I love you all.
It's too late now,
You
John.
pay or not, you
late.
fuckers.
Right. Before anybody goes like off on a tangent or anything like that, John did say before the show what we were doing is a comedy roast tonight. So take from that what you will. I think he's getting a bit far into it, but
What?
but he said let's go with a comedy roast, and I thought, maybe.
Well, why not? Why not start? Why not start with the freeloaders?
Oh, for
Anyway.
Hey, I've told the chat that we love them all, so
Yeah, they know that anyway.
We do love
If anyone knows me at all after the last 150 odd episodes by now. In fact, how many videos have we actually got on our channel?
Hundreds.
Yeah, so I mean, if anyone who has looked at anything, they'll know that I don't mean it. Much. Right, anyway, let's get on to the show proper. Now that we're finished with the audience and driving them away.
Well, Vaughan says, are we roasting Adam? He's not even wearing his PJs.
No, why would we roast Adam? He's a lovely chap.
He's a lovely, lovely chap. And he's been making...
That's a bit low, Vaughan. Straight in there with that.
Shalini asks, what's on your T-shirt, Adam?
It's my Rage Against the Virtual Machine t-shirt.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. I know he said he was a lovely chap, but for fuck's sake. I mean, if you're going to be a nerd, you are a nerd, but you could try and disguise it a little bit.
It is disguised. It looks like a rock music
I
t-shirt,
bet
but it's not.
I bet you've got that fucking t-shirt, haven't you?
What one?
You've got that Unix one with the root thing on it, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, the local one.
Fucking
yeah,
has.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have, yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah. You don't know, Ben.
You wouldn't know it, Ben.
I'm not a
Vaughan will
techie. I'm not a techie. These two are
Yeah,
techies,
right.
but I'm
Anyway.
not.
Right. Okay, where shall we start? How do you want to do this?
Well, I don't know, because you're the one that's called for this. So you.
Well, I'll tell you what. I watched I watched Crowder Louder with Dave today, and Gerard. Gerard's actually makes a good point. What I found strange was these guys have got 650,000 views, right? And they're saying exactly the same thing as we are.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. It was like I was listening to myself.
Yeah.
Gerard went on a 2-minute diatribe of shite, as Dave called it, right? But he was saying exactly what we've been saying for God knows how long.
So they're saying the same stuff that I got oppressed for, John.
Yeah, well, no. They're saying exactly the same stuff that we say just now, like 2 weeks ago, like a week ago.
Yeah.
They're saying exactly the same things.
Yeah, but GB News do that to us all the bloody time.
And Sky.
We'll say something.
Sky.
We'll make a prediction.
Sky were down to like 8 hours the last time. We'd said something that night, the next morning they were reporting it.
Yeah. That's what, we are prophets, if anything. And they are watching us. So
they had a brilliant musical start to it though.
All right.
To the tune of Teen Spirit.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, they do a sketch on every show before they
Oh,
start.
this was amazing. This was
Yeah.
like Kurt Cobain type guy singing the words, which were nothing like the words.
Yeah, they do this all the
And it
time.
ended with, I'm offended. I'm offended. It was brilliant though. I really did enjoy that, and I like Dave and Gerard, and I think Gerard got the chance to shine because he got more airtime.
His name is Gerald.
Yes, I'm going to call him Gerard.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck what his name is. Why would I start caring about other people now? So anyway, I did like him. I thought he did well, and I had Crowder's dad on.
Yeah, Crowder's dad, Papa Crowder. He's on all the time now.
Yeah, he was good as well.
Usually got his own little armchair.
I quite enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. I saw another thing that he was doing, which was just some kind of undercover thing on the drag queens, and I didn't watch that because it bored me. The setup was too long.
Yeah, that's.
I'm becoming a YouTuber. I if you don't get right into it straight away, then there's no point. I'll just switch on to something else.
Yeah, well,
like shorts.
Yeah, like the shorts that we make. If you're not watching our shorts, then we don't. You should be. Yeah, you should be, because John spends a long time putting those lovely little shorts together.
It takes longer to edit a short than it does to cut a segment from an hour and a half show.
Yeah, that sounds plausible to me. It really, really does. And speaking of shows, are we going to try watching Artemis go up again?
When's it going? Saturday?
I think it's Saturday. Yeah.
I'm game to try it. I think. Yeah.
I mean, we
I'll
might
find out what time it's to go. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, I think we should get some I'll get some gay drinks. You can get some beers. And Adam, if you want to join us to watch the rocket go boom as well, we will give it a go. Okay. Shalini says, before we get into anything else, Adam, can we please have a badger update?
We can. I scared the badgers off tonight as I walked in through the gate, coming home with my shopping. They were coming in through the gate, and I scared them, and they ran off. So that's it.
Again, you know what badgers remind me of? Apart from the black and white face, they remind me of walking carpets.
They are.
That's what they look like.
They are
like a rug that's come to life, and somebody stuck a face on it. In fact, they might make damn good rugs.
They used to eat them, didn't they? They were a delicacy.
Oh, they used to eat hedgehogs, didn't they?
What's going on tonight?
Well, it's after dark. No holds barred. But yeah, they used to... What is it you do with a hedgehog? You wrap it in clay, right? And then roast it on the fire. And what that does is you can then peel the clay off, and the spines and the skin will come with it, leaving you roasted hedgehog.
Trouble with badgers is they carry a lot of disease, and they eat their own as well, so they're cannibals.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's...
I didn't say anything about eating a badger. I said about hedgehogs. I didn't mention eating badgers, did I? Or am I losing it? Am I doing a Joe Biden? Have I gone off on a tangent?
All right, calm down, everybody. Right, everybody.
Where's my jacket?
Look, Joe, we know Corn Pop was a bad dude, okay? We know. We also know about the showers you used to take with your daughter. I mean, what? Oh!
It's not like it's not a fact.
Well, it is, isn't it? It's in the diary.
Hold on. Listen to what I said. It's not like it's not a fact.
I mean, inappropriate showering is certainly something a president of the United States doesn't do with one's own daughter, correct?
Unless you're a Russian hooker.
Well.
Allegedly. That was an inappropriate shower, albeit golden.
Yeah, but that was Christopher Steele, and he just sort of made that all up, didn't he?
Yeah. I think, to be fair, I think that was actually proven to be false. LOS.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't think Trump's ever been to Moscow.
I don't know if Trump's ever been with a woman.
Well,
he is quite religious.
He is, but some of the children do actually look like him, like Eric, for example.
Yeah, he does.
That's a shame. Isn't it?
Yeah, and Baron the youngest looks a lot like Donald.
Sorarm's got a bit of he's got a bit of spunk in him tonight. John looks a bit like a badger, black and grey. Like Sorarm.
That's
He
how
looks a bit like a cue ball. What do you mean you can't see us over on YouTube, Ben? Just check that, please.
I've still got us streaming on YouTube.
Yes. So
would you like me to check it out? I'll go over there. Give me a second. I've still got us streaming on YouTube. They can hear us.
Problems in your chair, Vaughn. So
would you like me to check it out? Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I can see all the chat over there. 5 likes on the show already over on YouTube. So thank you for that. And if you are watching over on YouTube, please like and share this show. It's going to be a little bit risque, a little bit edgy tonight. John is ready to go by the sounds of it. And are you going to share your screen with us, John?
For what?
Well, you want to roast people?
Yeah, I don't need to show you them, do I? Or well, I can show you them if you want.
No, let's just talk about them.
Well, I was.
This is an editing breakdown.
Sorry. Right, this guy. The first guy is that Popcorn Planet guy.
So Andy Signor used to be of. He used to do the Honest Trailers stuff. You know the Honest Trailers on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he used to run Screen Junkies. He owned it. He founded it, and then he was bullied out because of a fake Me Too allegation, and he had to spend tens of thousands of dollars defending himself and proving it was all fake. So whilst we're gonna roast him, you know, the dude's been through a lot.
Yeah, that's fine, okay. But if he wants to get people watching them again and liking them, get your fucking audio in sync.
Is he out of sync?
Oh, let me just. What was his name? Popcorn Planet.
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing is, I've tried to watch him a couple of times, and no, he's not out of sync. He's on a different fucking dimension. That's what he's on.
Right, get ready to share with us, I guess.
Latest from Popcorn Planet.
Here we go.
Is it? Oh no, hold on. Is that? Right, it is. Right. Let's see.
Can he get the Popcorn Planet video up before I finish this Red Bull? I can hear it.
Yeah, but I've got to get him talking on screen, don't I?
Hi there, welcome to Popcorn Planet. My name's Andy Signor. He sort of sounds like that.
I don't never know what day of the week.
Right.
He's trying.
I've got one up. I don't know if it's going to show the thing though.
Shalini said no porn, please, John.
Yeah, let's not go down that route. I've been there
I
before.
don't want to go down porn. I don't need to go down that route. Right.
Well, we got to talk about a human garbage person.
Look at the
Federline.
What's going on?
We say, you know, she who shall not be named. We have names for people.
This isn't a bad one, right?
Lock these words together. If we're talking about Kevin Federline, you have.
So, let me say.
Right. Because to us, he actually looks quite in sync. I'm not gonna lie.
He is a bit out, definitely.
He was out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then is John's audio and his video streaming over to us at a slightly different rate and knocking him in sync when he's heavily out of sync for John?
Hold on, where's all his stuff gone?
Just click his channel.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that'd be better.
Does he do voiceovers for dodgy kung fu films? Asks Spencer.
Yeah, I think he might. Right, where is right? Hold on.
Hey there. How you doing?
Where's these film reviews?
Go to playlists. Go to playlists.
Right. Okay.
Come on, go to play. There we go. Playlists. Create playlists. Celebrity news. Michael Jackson is innocent. Michael Jackson is innocent.
What the fuck?
I mean, that's certainly a name for a playlist.
Yeah. Where's these reviews?
I don't know. Michael Jackson is innocent.
What has he only got 2 on this playlist?
Marvel and DC news.
Where the hell's he gone?
What are you doing with my blanket?
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Guys,
No, that one's fine because he's not using proper audio.
There will be no.
Just got out of Spider-Man, guys.
Right, give me a second. Give me a second. Oh, Jesus Christ. See, this is what happens. See, I wasn't going to show anything, and you made me show stuff.
I
And
said, no, because I quite clearly stated, you know, if you don't want to show it, don't show it.
Well, yeah, okay, but, right, 2 seconds.
I believe in miracles.
2 seconds, because I'll pull up the one I was
Where
watching.
you from? You sexifying. Hey!
No.
Fine. At least one hopes.
No, stop. You stupid-
Shimon!
Oh, Jesus.
Fun. At least one hopes.
Right, how many people have we lost now?
We've gained. We've
By
gained.
ineptitude. Dun, dun,
I
dun.
believe in miracles. I've got that stuck in my bloody head now. Right,
Do you want me
musical.
to roast somebody while we're waiting for John to roast?
No,
I've
to
I've
the
got.
Johnny Depp trial to
I was going to give you a backing track to roast.
fan a culture war when they clearly
Good
didn't
way.
watch the
Right. I've lost. Anyway, let's see. This one out of sync.
trial and see all the evidence
Oh.
happening. And I want to tease this story. We're going to talk about this later.
Oh.
You make sure you are subscribed.
His
A lot of
mouth
people
doesn't
got
line up with
unsubscribed.
his
They told me,
words.
hit the subscribe
Maybe
button.
it's
hit
his
the bell
mouth
for
is
alerts,
wrong.
smash the like button to help the engagement. Leave a comment down below. It's just, why are you fanning this war? Why can't we just go
It might be his
and
mouth.
decide which ones are?
It might just be that I can't stand the shape of his mouth.
Why? I
Could it be that?
It could
He
well
has a
be.
sort of
It looks more in sync than it did when I watched it earlier.
Hello. Welcome. How you doing? My name's Andy, and this is Popcorn Planet.
Right. Okay, next. Who's next?
I don't know.
Go on, Adam.
This is your
Go
gig.
Right, I'm going to do my roasting. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to roast Bernard Manning and Lenny Henry
Okay.
Oh.
Why?
because Bernard Manning is trending on Twitter at the moment, and
Yep.
Lenny Henry has dubbed Bernard Manning a spherical, racist northern comic in his new
Well-
book.
Is Bernard Manning still alive?
I
Um,
don't think so.
No, he's not, but he's in Lenny Henry's new book. But here's a picture of
Not
Lenny
very
Henry.
charitable. That's not really charitable, Colin. Yeah, yeah, dude. Dude, Fu Manchu. That's
So he's not racist, apparently.
So
No.
hold on, just before I interject, I've got a question from Lisa in the chat who's asked, have I learned the banjo? No, it's left-handed, so it's in the house, and it's probably gonna take a few months before I can learn it properly. But I am, when I've got some time, I am plodding away.
You've got some time. So come back in 15 to 20 years.
I will make time, John.
You better fucking not. You haven't done any videos for the last week apart from one today.
Yeah, one went out today, John.
Yeah, one.
Okay. No, it's no problem at all because I am left-handed, so I should learn how to play a left-handed instrument. I've never learned to play a left-handed instrument. I am left-handed. What's that, Adam?
I like that meme as well. I'm sorry, but your race card has been declined. Do you have another form of argument?
Yep. I think that's what we need to start saying to people, really, isn't it? And let's talk about that because, yeah, Bernard Manning probably not alive, probably dead, and I think it's such a low blow from Lenny Henry. And we could go a bit further down this rabbit hole because look what's happening to Royston Vasey or Roy Chubby Brown, right? He's being cancelled left, right, and centre. And in fact, just today I saw an article praising a theatre for keeping him on. Why are we praising a theatre for booking an act? It doesn't make much sense to me. Because they should be able to just perform, right? Even if you don't like the act that's going to that theatre, it is a private establishment. You have to pay for a ticket to enter it. If you don't like the act, don't buy the ticket. Don't go see the fucking show. How's that? Just because you don't like it doesn't mean nobody else should be able to enjoy it. It's Disneyland Paris. I'll give you an example. Disneyland Paris had a 3-day event. A 3-day event of R&B and hip hop planned for their Walt Disney Studios park. And then the wokies on Twitter kicked off because one of the French headliners had been accused of being racist or something. One of these woke cause things. They kicked off, and instead of just cancelling the act and putting someone else on, people have bought tickets for this for over €200, by the way. Yeah. And they just went, sorry, we can't deal with this social media shit. We're cancelling the entire event. Nobody can come and see it. All of the acts booked are not getting a job. And also, all of the people that chose to come and see this are not going to be allowed to come and see this. Because the wokies on Twitter got their way. Yeah. And it is starting to piss me off so much. It is a form of control. It is a form of social conditioning. And it's saying, if we don't like it, you can't see it.
It's clever, isn't it? It's clever how they get, out from the social media.
Well, that was fun.
It's after dark, John.
Well, it was a bit of a tangent. I thought we were roasting people, and you friggin' just went off on a complete rant about what we normally talk about.
Do you know what's really put me off as well? What Vaughan's just said in the chat. Lenny Henry is in Lord of the Rings, in the new Lord of the Rings series, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah, he is. He's a hobbit.
What? Get to...
He is. He's a hobbit in Lord of the Rings. In the new
Lenny
Lord of the Rings.
Henry is not a small person.
I know, but he's a hobbit. And it put me off. As soon as I saw the trailer with him in it, I thought, right, I'm not going to watch that now.
Do you know, that Lord of the Rings show, we are going to rip to shreds on the other channel. It is going to be a proverbial bloodbath.
Who's going to watch it?
Well, I'm going to watch it. It starts on Amazon this week.
Watch it.
Right? It's called The Rings of Power, and they have spent $750 million. $750 million on woke bullshit.
Oh, hold on. How many $1 million?
750.
Get to... Right, Jeff Bezos has already started distancing himself.
Of course, because it's gonna be bollocks.
Because he said they didn't pay any attention to any of the notes I gave them.
Not only that, they did not even reach out to Peter Jackson. Wow. And obviously Peter Jackson is the expert in making Middle-earth content, right? Those first 3 Lord of the Rings films, watch the director's cut. Because the 4-hour versions, and I know that sounds like a chore, but they're much better, right?
What about Tolkien's son as well? He's still around, isn't he?
Probably.
And he published
hold on a minute. What makes you think Tolkien's son would be any better?
Well, I know he published the Silmarillion, didn't he?
Can I just point out that being someone's son doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be any better than the father. I mean, just look at Biden and Hunter.
You know what? There are so many men on Twitter these days that want to have a selfie with Hunter. I'm telling you. There are, the way they tried to attack Hunter, they made him look cool. They made him look like he's having a baller's life. They were just, Yeah,
we've covered this.
I know we have. But, you want to go, wagwan, Hunter, when he comes along, rather than...
I don't think I'm ever going to be in a position where I'm going to say that.
Oh, you are right, Vaughan. He died. That's sad. Christopher Tolkien died in 2020.
Who died?
Christopher Tolkien.
Yeah, in
the
2020.
Son.
Yep. January.
I wouldn't be shocked if Hunter, suddenly bit the bullet at some point. The problem just went away, so to speak.
Yeah, it's possible. Right, sorry, you were going on about something, Adam. What was it?
Well, Vaughan mentioned in the chat that Tolkien's son has died in January of 2020.
No, I got that. What were you talking about originally before I rudely interrupted you?
We were going on about Lenny Henry being a hobbit.
Yeah. And then we're going to have to watch this crap, are we?
We don't want to watch The Rings of Power because he's a hobbit in it.
Look, if you both want me to watch it by myself and then do a 10 to 15 minute absolute annihilation of it every week, I'm quite happy to do that.
There won't be any balance if it's just you.
What you mean? We can both just tear it apart?
Well, there might be some redeeming features.
Have you seen the opening credits of the Rings of Power yet?
Is it worse than She-Hulk?
Yeah. Do you want? Hold on. Do you want me to find the opening credits?
Yeah, go on, find it. While we carry on.
We're going to get a copyright strike for this, by the way.
No, don't put it up then.
They should have done She-Hulk.
Well, I'll put it
in
up.
stop motion.
I'll put it up without any music. Actually, should we just put it up as a whole? Because it's going to be fair use. It's going to be.
If it's a trailer, it's fair use. Surely.
Hold on. You keep going.
Right. You've thrown me off now. What was I talking about? Oh, right. So I tell you what. Here's a tricky one for you, and I'm probably going to make some enemies here, but I find it very difficult to listen to Neil Oliver when he's doing his things on GMB. Now, I'll tell you why, and you may disagree or agree with me. One, he's a very short person.
Yeah.
He has fantastic hair, which obviously makes everyone jealous. Right?
Yep.
Secondly, he kind of, I think, styles himself as an intellectual.
Yeah.
I think his intellectualism is propped up by his use of big words.
Okay, I've made a huge mistake here. Let me just unshare this screen.
Okay,
I can see you're on the wrong screen.
He's not even listening to me.
I am.
So I find it really. Was that your elf porn from earlier? So anyway, I just find it really difficult to listen to him because while he might be making good arguments, right, I find myself thinking, why are you going on like this with your very reasonable voice and trying to get points across when really, I don't get it. I don't feel the attraction. I don't feel the what would you call it? I don't feel the emotion is proper. I think he's acting. I really
still feels like he's presenting Ghost.
Yeah, it does.
So here we go.
Look at this massive cliff that I might fall off at any point in time.
So here we go. So this is This is the intro to a $750 million show, right? And this is all they could come up with. Are we ready?
Yeah, go for it. 35 seconds.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
There wasn't even a dragon in it.
That's just awful. Who was that guy at the end?
I don't know. Just waving.
That was awful.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Is that the only trailer there is?
That's not a trailer. That's the intro to each episode, John.
Oh, get.
It's been leaked out as the intro.
They're going to have to change that.
Spencer says he's been looking forward to it for ages. Can't wait.
Why?
You're going to be sorely disappointed, my friend. It's going to be fucking awful. Oh, I can't wait. If you're not subscribed over on the other channel, you really should be, because we've got a roast She-Hulk episode 2 at some point this week. Episode 3, sorry. I've watched it. John, have you watched it yet?
No, I haven't.
You haven't.
It hasn't appeared on the Seven Seas yet.
It's not appeared on the. That shocks me, because it's been out for like 36 hours plus now.
Well, it might not shock you if nobody's fucking watching it. That's the problem.
I mean, the post-credit scene of that, I lost. That was it. That was over. Marvel was over for me during that post-credit scene.
Yeah, but this is me just learning there are post-credit scenes, because as soon as the credits come up, I just jump out. I'm done. I've never seen a post-credit scene in She-Hulk. It's just not something I would watch.
No, I sat there just with literally in my living room with my head in my hands during this post-credit scene. It was that bad. It's god awful. I am ashamed to have to watch it every week at this point. Every time
it got worse then. That's good.
Put it this way: every time I'm watching it now, I have to go and shower.
Well, you should.
That's how shameful I feel.
You should watch Moonfall. That's
No.
actually quite entertaining.
I'm not watching it.
It's better than She-Hulk.
I'm not watching it. Like, look what I'm putting myself through every week. I'm
I
putting
don't
myself.
understand why you think Moonfall's so bad.
Moonfall did remind me of Iron Skies a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Not quite as tongue in cheek as Iron Skies, and
No.
not quite as bad as Iron Skies. Especially the second movie. The second movie of Iron Skies was just woeful.
Oh, it was brilliant.
Look,
The trailers came out after the movie, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean it was just so bad.
I mean, look, even Shalini in the chat is just saying it's so fucking awful. It's
What,
bad.
Moonfall? Oh, it wasn't that bad.
Okay, right. For posterity's sake, I will watch Moonfall. I will not watch it. It might be tonight. It might be tomorrow. I don't know when, but I will
That's
watch
quite a
it.
long movie. It's a good couple of hours.
Yeah, but I don't sleep, John, and I'm drinking 4 cans of Red Bull right now.
Well, maybe that's why you don't sleep.
I mean, that's a possibility.
I was going for the.
Just press your button.
That's true.
There you go. Do you feel better now?
Yeah.
Good. Is there any other buttons you would like to press?
At this moment in time.
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Not yet. As Shalini says, moving on, chaps. Which the audience are moving us on, John.
I'll decide when we. Well, you can decide if you want, but we'll decide when we move on. It's just that you might live in a democracy allegedly. You certainly aren't fucking existing in one when you're in our zone.
You don't live in a democracy.
You're the boss.
I called myself the boss earlier on.
He did.
I did.
And then did nothing but get told what to do.
And then did nothing but get told what to do. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, what else would you like to roast tonight?
Oh, Adam, come on. Have you got anything to say?
Well, I mean, I've already roasted Lenny Henry, and we talked about Bernard Manning. I was just looking at John Bradley was in Moonfall, wasn't he? And he was in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, from what I understand, he simply plays Samuel Tarly in Moonfall.
He does. Yeah.
Yes, he does. He's obviously one of these from the George Clooney school of acting where he just turns up and is himself.
Well, I'd say that's the Sean Bean school of acting, right?
Well, okay.
Sean Bean just turns up anywhere and plays Sean Bean. And in fact, on Game of Thrones itself, they asked him to do a southern accent. So they said to him, could you do like a home county's southern accent? And he just went, fuck that. And they turned around.
That's why he lost his head.
I've got another one to roast.
Go on then. Who have you got?
Hellraiser.
As in the movie?
Have you seen what they've done with the new Hellraiser?
No.
Wait, hold on, right. So they've remade Hellraiser.
They've remade it.
Clive Barker's Hellraiser.
Yes, and Pinhead is a woman.
Oh, fuck.
You've got to show us a picture of this.
Right, who's directed it?
I don't know.
Some unknown. It'll be some unknown.
Let's have a look.
Jesus Christ.
It's trending at the moment.
It's trending, is it?
It is trending.
Hellraiser.
Because they've released a picture, and there she is, look.
We're really soft
see that.
tonight, Ben.
What's that?
Are you on the good Wi-Fi or the bad Wi-Fi?
I'm
Because
on
the
the
stream is really breaking up.
I'm on the good Wi-Fi. And it's running, everything's running fine our end.
Well, I mean...
Oh,
right,
Jesus.
But the stream looks terrible.
That's the new Pinhead.
That's Pinhead.
But Clive Barker's books, it was supposed to be a woman, wasn't it?
Yeah, I
Pinhead.
think so.
I don't think I ever read the books.
Vaughan says, Adam, don't assume Hellraiser's gender.
He's a purist. He's a purist Hellraiser fan.
Yeah. Well.
You see, I just like the original Hellraiser, and I thought that was the.
Why are they remaking? Or is that because they can't think of anything, or people just can't, or they're so stupid these days they can't write stories anymore?
It's for shock value, right? Why do you think they've cast a black girl as Ariel in The Little Mermaid, right? They
cast a black girl as Ariel.
Did you not know that in the live action Little Mermaid?
There's a live action Little Mermaid.
It's coming out. It's being made by Lin-Manuel Miranda, for fuck's sake.
Well, this is why I am the lead
Hamilton
person on Disney, is it not?
Well, that's true.
So there you go. I'm just living up to my. What are you doing?
I said that's true.
Oh, sorry.
That's true.
I'm just living up to my reputation.
But yeah, so they're making a live action Little Mermaid, and they're making a live action Snow White, and they've cast a Hispanic girl to play Snow White.
Wow.
Hold on. Is there not a line in the original movie that says something about her skin was like as
white
pure,
as snow?
White as the driven snow?
Yeah.
Am I remembering this wrong?
No, you're not remembering it wrong.
Our skin was as pure white as the driven volcanic ash over Mexico City.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. So they've cast a Hispanic girl to play Ariel, so Snow White, and they've cast a black girl to play Ariel. And they made the argument that mermaids aren't real. So okay, that's quite a good argument to make.
What colour's the Mermaid King?
Well, I don't know who's playing him. Should we try and get the cast list up? Shall I try and get the cast list? Hold on.
If you want.
So
yeah, because there could be an issue here. That's fucking bad.
It's coming out next year.
Good grief.
So we've got Halle Bailey playing Ariel, Jonah Howard King playing Prince Eric, Melissa McCarthy is playing Ursula the Sea Witch.
That sounds like one to avoid. Right, so who's playing the
Javier Bardem is playing the king.
Who's he?
You don't know who Javier Bardem is?
Does his name start with an X?
No, J.
J.
He's in he was the villain in one of the James Bond movies, and he was the ghost pirate villain in the Pirates of the Caribbean, the fourth one.
Okay, it still means nothing to me. So, what colour's his skin? Is that as pure white as the driven snow?
Well, yeah, it is. Yeah.
Have they released a trailer for it yet, Ben?
No, they haven't. But Javier Bardem has joined. And he's joined Marvel.
Going down a route of wokeness that will end in.
Well, he's not. Javier Bardem's not as white as snow, right? He is Hispanic, yeah. But Ariel is being played by a black girl, and that's no problem, right? I have no issue with that, none at all. But maybe there needs to be within this movie the concept of a DNA test. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. It's like the mermaids turn up on Jeremy Vine.
Yeah.
Anyway, what happened, or who was the guy that used to do that? It wasn't Jeremy Vine. It was that other clown. He used to have like people from inner cities on fighting each other.
I don't know.
Oh, Jerry Springer,
Jerry
Springer.
Yeah,
that's it.
And right. if you are a fan of Jerry Springer, hopefully you have learned not to pay for prostitutes with government checks.
Well, obviously, but Hunter hasn't.
No, but are you talking about Jeremy Kyle rather than Jerry Springer?
That might have been it. Yeah.
Jerry Springer is obviously was the governor of Cincinnati, and then
it was the same kind of thing except in Britain. So yeah. I think it was Jeremy Kyle.
He's sort of back. He's got a show on Talk TV now, where people call in rather than having him go, "You are a scumbag." The lie detector says, "You're a cheating scumbag."
Yes, okay.
Now go kill yourself.
Let me go back to Snow White.
Yeah.
So, what's it called?
Let me give me a sec.
What's the film going to be called?
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
No, surely not.
Yeah, it's going to be called Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Well, who's Snow White then?
Let's have a look.
No, I mean, who is Snow White? I don't mean who's playing Snow White. I mean, who is actually Snow White to make that title?
But she's a fictional princess.
That's fine, but she's not white.
No, she's being played by a Hispanic girl, and Gal Gadot has signed up for a villainous role.
Yeah, right. I don't care who's playing what. The whole concept of this movie was that she wasn't black or of any kind of ethnic color other than white.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to share my screen with you. Just a second.
Bizarre. I just find it bizarre. There's no reason not to cast a white person. There's plenty of white actresses.
So the audience should be able to see this right now, and these are official pictures. And I'm going to say this before I share this with you guys. Her dress looks like she's at a fucking bad convention. This is not good.
That looks like something my daughter used to wear when she was 6.
Right, here we go. That's a multi over $100 million Disney movies costume.
Wow.
And this is the young lady, I believe her name is Rachel Zegler, playing Snow White.
There's a lot of CGI in it.
Well, I believe that the so-called seven dwarfs are not going to appear properly. They're going to appear as like magical creatures made of CG or something, because remember Peter Dinklage, who played Tyrion on Game of Thrones? He kicked up a massive fuss.
Take this shit off.
It's gone. It's gone. Don't worry, John. It's gone.
What did he make a fuss about then?
That you can't have dwarfs, calling them dwarfs in films. You can't do that.
Hold on. But dwarfs are called dwarfs.
Yeah.
That's the politically correct name for them.
It's vertically challenged individuals.
No, you can't call them that. That's fucking wrong.
Dear.
I don't understand this, because a dwarf is a dwarf.
Yeah. Well, you know. Peter Dinklage kicked up a fuss, and then who wants to bet he turns up with a role in the flick?
Oh, probably. Right. So
and that's what this was all about to begin with.
I know you can't call them angry elves.
No, but what he did do in Disney announcing that they would be magical creatures and not dwarves was he took 7 dwarf actors out of a job.
Yeah, well, of course he did. Yeah,
that's what he did. So he's done worse for dwarfs than Disney did, because he took a stance which made them respond, and their response was to, okay, we won't hire 7 people to play the dwarfs. So, and they would have been multi-million-dollar roles, I would imagine. Gone.
Talking about dwarves, I haven't seen anything about the new Willow movie either.
It's not a movie, it's a series. I've actually seen a trailer for it.
Why are you making Willow? Who's doing this?
Well, Disney Plus. It's a Disney Plus series, and it's a follow-on, and it's Warwick Davis is back as Willow. Obviously, Val Kilmer won't be back because he's just not well. But yeah, it's coming out on Disney Plus, I think, within the next few months. But they dropped a trailer some time ago. Yeah, there is a new Willow, and I believe it's a series and not a movie. Anyway, yeah. So and there's a new Pinocchio coming out, isn't there? Have you seen? Did you remember the Blue Fairy debacle with the new Pinocchio flick?
No, what happened?
Well, hold on. Give me a minute. I'll find the Blue Fairy for you, because it just made everybody laugh their asses off. And this film's coming out in the next month or so.
What's the Blue Fairy?
It's the fairy that brings Pinocchio to life.
Okay.
He's such a Disney layman. But obviously, I'll show you a comparison, right?
Oh, I think I'm pretty much getting I'm getting all my preconceptions, vindicated here.
She's like the reimagining of Hellraiser.
Let's bring her on screen for you here, and show you a comparison. So
yeah,
I
that's going to terrify kids.
It is going to.
Not that she's not a perfectly fine-looking lady, but
exactly.
She's not a perfectly fine looking lady.
So here we go. From.
Right, she looks like Sword
Oh Jesus Christ! But yeah, that's what they've done to the Blue Fairy.
Wow.
God.
Yeah. So this is what we're living through, though. But you wouldn't see. And let's talk about race swapping characters for a minute, because I don't care if you race swap a fictional character, right? Do what you want. It's your movie if you've got the rights to it. Doesn't bother me. But just let's play devil's advocate for a minute. Would you ever see them race swap out a black character for a white character?
No.
I don't think you would.
I think we should actually. We were talking about making like a short, weren't we? A short movie. I think we should remake Roots.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Why not?
Jesus Christ!
And just use us three as all the characters.
No.
I think it would be a scream. Why not? You can't say that you're not allowed to play someone of a different colour, surely.
No, of course you're allowed to play a character. So Sean Fennessy says in the chat, what about a white version of Wakanda?
Oh, have we not already got that?
Well, you know, Marvel's Wakanda is indeed an ethno-state who doesn't want anybody of any other race or ethnicity coming into their borders. And that is sort of celebrated. And
I thought it was called Japan.
Yeah, it does sound quite like Japan, doesn't it?
Yeah, or China.
Oh, China.
Have you seen, Ben, they're making a Wicked movie as well, and the lady that plays the Blue Fairy is the witch in that.
Oh, wow, so she can sing.
Yeah. And she's playing opposite Ariana Grande.
Why aren't they just using Idina Menzel? I mean, she did Wicked on stage. She's Elsa, for God's sake. The woman's got some fucking pipes, that's all I'm saying.
Maybe it's to do with contractual. She's earned enough money from Frozen anyway.
Yeah, and also she's probably got contracts locking her into Disney, whereas Wicked is not going to be Disney, I would imagine. It might be, I don't know. But I would say if you're going to do it, use the assets that you've probably got at your disposal and get Idina Menzel back, because Ariana Grande can't sing. I'm just going to say it. She can't sing.
Yeah.
Oh, she can with a vocoder.
Yeah.
When she's got a nice vocoder going.
Anyone can sing with a vocoder.
Anyone can sing with a vocoder.
Even I can sing with a vocoder.
What do you think I do when I sing them songs? Just stick the vocoder.
I've never used a vocoder before.
I've never used a vocoder either, and I wouldn't know how to use a vocoder.
I have. I've got a voice
I don't use. Man, they do, and you know when they've got a vocoder on as well, because you can just hear that. It's like a robot tinge in the voice.
Vaughn's got a good point there. Black Panther should be a ginger paddy.
Go and find one that's street fighting at about 10:30 p.m. Just give him the suit. We're gonna make a film. I want you to run down the street screaming "Wakanda forever." Go.
Oh.
Vaughn,
what they'll have to do is they'll have to remake Braveheart.
Vaughn, that was actually that one's a bit ish.
Oh dear.
I don't want to respond to that. I don't want to respond to that. I mean Jibber Jabber says, I'm sure they'll never remake Blazing Saddles. They will never remake anything made by Mel Brooks.
Blazing Saddles was hilarious.
Mel Brooks is
hilarious.
Mel Brooks was
is
a king.
When Mongo punched the horse.
What people need to understand is that comedy is subjective, right? And all forms of entertainment are subjective. What we're doing here is subjective. People either like it or they don't. And it goes right back to what we were doing with what I was saying about Roy Chubby Brown earlier on, right? The proof is in the pudding, and so to speak. What I mean is, if you're going to go and see that art or performance, you're going to get your wallet out, you're going to go see it. If you're not, then you're not. And if you don't want to see something, don't go to the cinema, don't go to the theatre, don't go to the concert hall. what I'm getting sick and tired of is people telling me I can't go. People telling you can't go. I want to see Royston Vasey live. I want to see Roy Chubby Brown live before he inevitably retires, because he's like 77 years old, right? And the dude still tours relentlessly. And I'm thinking to myself, if he comes our way, I might go and support him, right? But
see, people need to realise that Papa Lazzaro isn't racist. It's funny, and it's something that was it was based on an old character, wasn't it?
Roy Chubby Brown. He's a character.
Yeah.
It's not Royston Vasey. Same as Sam Hyde, right? At the boxing match the other night. He was in character as he's an American, and he was in character as his Irish character, the Candyman, for the entire week. So, I mean, even when they did the weigh-in, he's standing there with green glasses on, staring his opponent down, going, "I'm a dolphin! I'm a dolphin!" He's going, I'm dripping! Just screaming random shit at him. During the interviews before the match, he started belting out with random poetry in an Irish accent. Right? It was a character. Everything you saw was a character. Now, can you take what the character said seriously? With the Hassan Piker stuff, I think Sam Hyde just means it because he's been calling Hassan Piker out for years to have a boxing match. But you still have to think, a lot of these people, a lot of the things that they say, a lot of the things that they do, they are in character. I mean, even John tonight, when he's roasting people, right? Somewhat in character. Because people say, we like it when he's a grumpy bastard. And people say that. So you know what? He takes that and he rolls with it. And he tries to give you what you like. I try and make people laugh, but then I usually end up going off on these tangents. Right?
And I normally edit the thing to say rant incoming.
Yeah. But I think the points that I'm trying to make are very, they're very tangible points.
I think they are correct. There's too much second guessing everything these days, isn't there? It's like, I mean, look at the whole thing with Crowder that's going on about he's inciting people to violence. No, he wasn't.
No.
In fact, he specifically said he wasn't inciting people to violence.
Yeah.
The MSM clip things out of context.
Of course they do.
And we take great pains to make sure that when we portray something, the context is right, because if you take something out of context and mock it, and then it's found to be out of context, who's mocking who? You're making an arse of yourself.
Well, yeah,
and look at the monkey thing. Imagine if that had been taken out of context.
Oh, it's so funny.
But that was so good.
It was so funny.
I mean, some things just are brilliantly set up on their own.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. And context is so important. It's like, once again, with the Sam Hyde thing. If you just played that clip out of context of him talking about Hassan, okay, but you've got an entire week of context. He's been in character as the Candyman, his Irish character, the entire week. And just the footage from that weigh-in, it's the most bizarre thing I have ever seen in my life. I'm not going to play it to you, because when we played the last Sam Hyde clip, KSI struck us! Copyright struck us! Thank you. Thank you, mate. Obviously it was fair use, but, as a fellow YouTuber who got the fame that he has got from building up on this platform, he clearly doesn't want anybody else to do the same. And I'm sure he's done reaction videos in the past, but screw the little guy. And not only did they copyright strike us, they blocked the show from view. So John had to take the entire show down, edit that clip out, and re-upload it as a video yesterday. That's ridiculous. Context was there, but also the context in what Hyde did is visible for anybody to see. And I would urge everybody, just for a what the fuck moment, to go and check out his weigh-in. It's something to behold. It really is. I thought it was brilliant. I really do. I thought he was brilliant. Nice to see the guy get a comeback, because I don't know if anybody knows about Sam Hyde, but he was basically a Trump supporting right wing whatever comedian, and he had a group, a troupe, so to speak, and they got a show with Adult Swim, and to do a comedy sketch show, for example, and He was going fine, and then the mainstream media did what they do. The cancellations. Oh, this guy supports Trump. He's with the alt-right. He's with the far right. And he's making very right-wing, edgy comedy, but it's comedy, right? But Adult Swim cancelled his contracts. He got cancelled everywhere, left, right, and centre, shut down, not being able to do anything. And this is where I will give credit to KSI, because KSI saw something in Sam Hyde and said, we're going to give you one of the biggest platforms you'll ever get, in front of 20,000 people inside the O2 Arena with 1 million people watching live. And I hope that it springboards the guy's career right back.
Yeah.
He deserves it. He deserves it. He was fucked. He was screwed. And do you know what? That's what they'll try to do to people like us, just because we think differently to them. And we've got to be ready for it, boys. We've got to be ready for it.
Speaking about ready for it, would you like to hear an Amazon review?
I would like to hear an Amazon review.
Okay, I'm going to read it to you.
Okay, please do.
So, it's an Amazon review for someone who bought a £5 bag of Haribo sugar-free gummy bears.
Wow.
Well, why would you buy a £5 bag of sugar-free gummy bears? There's your first mistake.
I could eat them right now.
They're probably American, but this is by Christine Torok.
Okay.
Verified purchase.
A verified purchase. Oh wow, yeah. This is a real review then.
First of all, for taste, I would rate these a 5. So good.
Okay.
Soft, true to taste, fruit flavours like the sugar variety. I was a happy camper.
Oh.
But, and I mean but, not long after eating about 20 of these, all hell broke loose.
Oh dear.
I had a gastrointestinal experience like nothing I've ever imagined. Cramps, sweating, bloating beyond my worst nightmare. I've had food poisoning from some bad shellfish before, and that was almost like a skip in the park compared to what was going on inside me. Then came the flatulence. Heavens to Murgatroyd, the sounds like trumpets calling the demons back to hell. The stench like 1,000 rotten corpses vomiting all over you. I couldn't stand to stay in one room for fear of succumbing to my own odours. But wait, there's more. What came out of me felt like someone tried to funnel Niagara Falls through a coffee straw.
Oh, fucking hell!
I swear my sphincter was screaming. It felt like my delicate starfish was a gaping maw, projectile vomiting a torrential flood of toxic waste. 100% liquid, flammable liquid, napalm if you will. It was actually a bit humorous. For a nanosecond, it was just beyond anything I could imagine possible.
What the fuck?
And it went on for hours. I felt violated when it was over.
This is still going.
I think I might have been violated sometime in the early morning of the next day. There was stuff coming out of me that I ate at my wedding in 2005. I had 5 pounds of these innocent-looking, delicious-tasting hell bears. I told a friend about what happened to me, thinking it had to be some kind of sensitivity to the artificial sugar substitute. And in spite of my warnings and graphic descriptions, she decided to take her chances and take them off my hands. Silly woman. All the same for her, and a phone call from her while she was on the toilet telling me she really wished she would have listened. I think she was crying.
Oh, God.
Her sister was sceptical and suspected we were exaggerating. She took them to work. Since there was still 99% of a £5 bag left, she works for a construction company where there are builders, roofers, house painters, landscapers, etc. Lots of people who generally have limited access to toilets on a given day. I can't imagine where all of these poor men and women pooped at that day. I keep envisioning men on roofs crossing their legs and trying to decide if they can make it down the ladder or if they should just jump. If you order these, best of luck to you. And please don't post a video review during the aftershocks. I hope you enjoyed that.
I did. John, I think my giant ear is shrinking back down now.
What happened?
I don't know. I mean, it's still much bigger than this one.
Both of them will actually look quite red now.
This one, though, earlier on was swollen to fuck.
Have you got the kufir?
The kufir, maybe.
Is there such a thing?
You don't hear about the blue toes and blue fingers anymore, do you?
Nah, who remembers the koof toe? I remember the koof toe. We used to take the piss out of the koof toe.
I remember the camel toe. Remember the camel toe? Do you remember the rise in vaginoplasty?
Yes.
Due to tight leggings.
Yeah, I want to go and get it to look like someone else's because I've got tight leggings on, and you know, I like to go to the gym. And
I just can't be bothered tucking it up anymore.
No, can't be bothered. Just can't be bothered. You know, just let's go to a surgeon and pay £15,000, and yeah, I wish I had £15, let alone £15,000. Jesus Christ! I mean, the things that people waste their money on. Seriously, that is such a first world problem. It really is. You know, I've got to go and spend thousands of pounds because I don't like how my leggings look when they're tight. Fuck off, right? There are people literally can't afford their rent. I mean,
I haven't been on Twitter since I posted my diatribe against. No, I haven't been on Twitter since I got banned. Sorry, I'll rephrase that.
Not very good at this, is he?
But John makes a good point there, because he got banned for making a joke, didn't he?
I got banned for nothing.
Well, yeah, there we go.
I got banned for nothing.
Yeah, but you were a disruptive influence.
Yeah. Oh, you have violated the rules for hateful conduct. Please see our example here. Blank!
Dina's just blocked Anastasia.
What? Dino has.
He says, I don't even understand this. Is it English? That's a cracker.
Good old Dino. I do love Dino.
Yeah, that's tremendous.
We better get over to the Isle of Wight and see his yurt village. Did you see his fucking solar farm that he installed today?
I did see his solar farm. It was quite impressive.
Yeah,
and Starlink.
And Starlink. He's installed Starlink. He's getting. I don't know if he's got, but there's a windmill coming to generate some power as well.
Did you see his toilet?
I saw his incinerator toilet. Yeah, that must not have been
cool
cheap.
Toilet.
But must not have been cheap. Well, I mean, he's spending £10,000 plus on each of those yurts, and there's 4 of them. You know.
Did you read what that toilet does?
Does it incinerate everything in it and turn it to ash?
It does turn it to ash, and can you imagine what the smell of that must be?
No,
when that's going on. I mean, I just can't imagine.
It'll be
how that works.
It'll be that hot that you won't get a smell. But anyway,
Soram says, "Smells like victory."
Yes, here's the quote from Anastasia. Honestly, that Dino is such a fucking narc. It nae real. He all over shop and for zero understanding of anything. Wait till winter, see what he does. Fucking solar panels now, laughing my fucking ass off.
You know what? I'm not getting involved. I'm not getting involved. There are so many people on that platform that I am genuinely worried about their mental health. And we said this before, right?
We said this the other night.
We said this the other night because there are people on that platform who, as far as I'm concerned, need a conspiracy, right? And we try and obviously we try and give some kind of I don't know, I don't know. We go down conspiracy rabbit holes, absolutely, but we try and give them context, and we try and reason them out, and we try and see what's what. And it's like with what Adam's been working on today, which is very impressive, by the way. It will be coming out soon. It's like going down a conspiracy rabbit hole, except it's all evidenced. So this is what we try and do. But Adam, how far along are you on your mystery project?
I've got a few more bits to do, a few more edits, and we're going to change it around a little bit, and I might add some bits to it, and then we're done. So
yeah, excellent. So that should be out in the next few days. And I kind of teased it in my video that I released today. I said we've got a project coming out that's going to talk about, and I'll give a basic overview. It's talking about censorship. Who's responsible for your social media censorship? And believe us when we say you're going down the wrong rabbit hole if you think it's the 77th. That's all we're going to say.
Well, I mean, the 77th are definitely there, but are they the ones that are doing?
They haven't got the influence.
That's right.
They haven't got the influence, but the people that you have uncovered and linked together, they have the influence, they have the will, and they have the power. So
yes,
it's definitely more and more likely.
And they have the billions of dollars in backing as well.
And with that,
do you want me to cue up the outro, John?
I think it might be time to wrap this up.
I think you...
On for an hour and 15, or roughly.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of, John's roast of you at the beginning, it was a joke, by the way, but if you would like to support us, and you can do so on Patreon at patreon.com/Chasing Dissent, or indeed subscribestar.com/Chasing Dissent. There are several tiers. There are certain different reward levels on the tiers, and also every tier gets to come to the after party every Wednesday and Sunday, where you all come into the show after it's finished. We chat some shit for half hour or so. We just have a little bit of a laugh, and it's just a little bit of an extra perk. So,
can I stop you as well, Ben?
Yeah.
On Twitch, it's September at the moment, so you get 25 off Twitch subscriptions. So if anybody wants to do that, then that would be it's a cheap time to do it.
Oh, well, thank you for pointing that out. And you know what? I'll have him on more often so he can do things like that more often. But no, it's and I know, by the way, I know that everybody's going to be struggling this winter, and if you can't afford it, genuinely, right? If you can't afford it, then please just enjoy the content, enjoy the show. John will roast you, but we are just very grateful that you are here, and we are very grateful when you like it, when you subscribe, when you share, because we can't do this without you ultimately. So with that, John, close the show.
Thank you one and all for attending this, our little diversion on a Thursday evening when we get to talk rot and aircraft.
I can hear it.
Yeah, bombing run.
John lives in a flight path, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's great.
They could have waited, couldn't they?
They could have done. Yeah, selfish bastards.
Just fucking story of my life, mate. Go wrong it will. So thank you, everyone. It's been great. I'd like to really say I really appreciate all the donations you get. You can buy thousands and thousands of Smarties for £3 a week. No, you can't. But thanks anyway.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm just going to toddle off now and fucking crawl into my bed without any heating. Good night.
Good night, Adam.
Night. Take it easy.
Good night, John.
Good night, Ben.
Thank you, everybody. We really do appreciate you. Bye.
That's all we've got time for this evening, so it's good night from me. And it's good night from him. Good night. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Mama. Good night, Daddy.
Stop playing with my bust!
Good night, everybody.
Good night, children. Good night, Daddy.
You're a what?
A pianist!
Mwah! Good night, everybody.
You have been a delightful audience to talk. Good night. Thank you.
Oh, my bottom hurts. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Elizabeth.
Good night, John Boy. Good night, Jim Bob.
Oh, I did love that hamster so. I took it into bed with me every night, you know.
Good night, everybody.
I think, ladies and gentlemen, I think I have to go now. I've been standing here for a very long time. I think the end of the show must have come and gone.
There you go. That's our solar system. You forgot Uranus. Good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening. You've been very nice to work.
Good night, Jim Bob.
Good night, Jim Bob.